Pacquiao, Bradley. Manny Pacquiao, you know what Pacquiao has. Pacquiao, speed, power, everything else. But Bradley's a tough kid, man. Yeah. This is a tougher fight than people think it is. God, that's a tough one to break down. Bradley's tough, man. But I think Manny's going to outspeed him. I think he's going to outspeed and outpower him. He might even stop him.
He's a lively underdog, though, huh?
Huh? Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah! Yeah, Tim Bradley's no joke. No,
yeah.
that kid's tough. Yeah, no, I like him. I'm excited for that fight.
Do you think it'll end up being a lot harder of a fight for Manny than he's had recently? Even more harder than the trouble he's had with Marcus?
Well, here's the hard part. 24/7 tries to give you the illusion that Manny has all these other things going on, and it looks like he's distracted. You think so? You think he's distracted from this fight, though?
Yeah, he's got a lot of shit going. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know what? It's weird too. It's almost like they're portraying him now. He's not that fun-loving Manny Pacquiao anymore that used to, it's talking about he was having problems with his wife during this thing. All his businesses are going out of business. Now he's becoming a preacher because God came and talked to him. And, I couldn't tell if that's the way.
Last fight, his wife was not coming to the arena. He was late getting to the arena because he had to go beg his wife to show up at the arena.
That's the kind of shit you need fight day. That's good stuff.
What do you make
Thanks,
about,
honey.
Mr. White?
Yeah, well, I think it's starting to happen now. Now you're seeing they're starting to test fighters before they go in and fight. It's a dangerous line they're walking. It's if you test these guys, the problem is that there's no real system in place. Meaning that how does this work? What's the system? Do you test the guys before, and if they pop, now there's no fight?
Yeah.
Normally, at least before they knew, there was a set system. The guy fought. You were both tested. If a guy popped, he was fined a percentage of his purse and suspended for so many days. Now what do? You do it and a fight falls apart. Mm-hmm. Then you start killing fights left and right. And a lot of these boxing guys, man, 2-3 fights fall out in a year. They don't do that many fights.
Yeah, that takes a big
chunk of their paycheck. And they've already spent a ton of money promoting the fight. There has to be a system that's worked out that's fair for everybody.
Yeah.
Do you think, whereas you can find a guy if he's cheating, but you have to have some kind of a system in place where you don't destroy everything.
Do you think that's something that you could work with their promoters and just overall maybe adopting one agency, maybe USADA, maybe VADA?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Let me tell you what, I'm not a regulator. And I don't know what the answer is. There's smarter guys than me that you can talk to about that one that are actually, have been former regulators. Lorenzo's a former regulator. Mark Ratner is a former regulator. Most of the guys on our staff came from regulation. So yeah. I would refer you to them to talk about what they think should be put in place, because there's a lot of, you gotta understand too, you're still dealing with the government in this mix too. So there's a lot of shit that you got to deal with. It's not just cutting. Everybody, when you ask the questions, it's an easy question to ask. How do you clean this up and how do you do? But it's a tougher solution. It's
the execution part, right?
Yeah, easy. Yeah, so it's fun to say, hey, let's clean this up and let's make. All right, yeah, let's fucking rid the world of drugs too and crime and all kinds of other things.
Yeah.
Saying it is one thing. Doing it is a really big job. Really big job.
Canelo Alvarez, have you heard of him? And what are your thoughts?
Yeah. No, he's he just beat Mosely. He's on his way up.
What do you think? You think Mosely should stop? He should retire?
I would love to see Mosely stop.
Yeah.
He needs to stop.
Yeah.
Mosley's whole game was based on speed, and we all lose it, man. We all get old, and it happens to all of us. I love Shane Mosely. He was a great fighter, great champion. It's time to hang him up, man. He's starting to slur.
Yeah, he is, actually. He is.
Yep.
It's sad to see.
And he's a good man. He's made some money, man. Right off into the sunset. Go for chapter 2 of your life.
Did you think the Cotto-Mayweather fight would have been as difficult at times as it was for Floyd in there? Because we saw him get hit. We saw him take some punishment.
Yeah, Floyd looked human in the fight against Cotto. And yeah, I think the thing that bums me out about Floyd and Cotto, I mean Floyd and Manny Pacquiao, is it's going to happen later than it should have.
When they're older.
It should have happened in their prime, when they were both on top of their game, and it won't. I mean, seriously,
should have happened in 09.
Yeah, we're exactly.
2012.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not going to happen anytime soon.
No,
not within
not.
the next year.
Do you think Floyd's slowing down?
I do. It's inevitable.
Yeah.
No matter how, and Floyd's one of those guys that takes care of himself, and he's always in great shape. He always looks good. He's not a typical boxer who comes in great shape and then blows up 25, 30 pounds and then comes back and gets in shape. Floyd's always in shape. He always looks good, but that doesn't matter. Age gets us all, man. And again, another guy whose whole game is based on speed, you're going to lose your speed with age.
His defensiveness, though, reflexes you lose well as age, but you think his style, he'll be able to last at least a little bit longer than Manny, given Manny's style? Manny comes forward, he gets hit a lot.
Yeah, people say that, you know, the Manny goes in and he goes to war too much.
Yeah.
You know, if what Kevin Iole is saying is true, he's got bigger problems than, you know, how many wars he's been in and everything else. All that shit outside of the ring chews you up and spits you out faster than what you do in the ring. These guys, the problem is these guys that are fighters want to do all these other things because the opportunities are there, but you got to focus on what's really got you there and what made it. You know, you want to run for government, you can do that for the rest of your life. You need to focus on boxing and stay in the best shape you could possibly stay in. You know.
Thank you, Dana. Appreciate it.
I'll see you later. Good night, you guys.